Hey guys, so I've had a welcome, happy Tuesday. I have had a few of my friends ask for me to do a live tutorial on how I do my makeup. So I'm going to do that today. I'm hoping that this won't be real long, so I want to jump right in. So I started with the renewal serum and I just did a little pea size, a half a pump, and it does my entire face. And that's just prepping my face, that's tightening the skin. It feels lovely. Next thing I do is I take my sponge and I get it really wet. It's usually like half this size, and so it's soaked up, it's wrung out, but it's soaked up all this water. And then I just take some of my, I've mixed a couple of colors in here, and I use this as my baking. So what I do is I get that on here like this, and then I just go around my eye and my problem areas that I want more coverage. So the dark areas, I'm going to do this in my dark areas, and I want that to be, now there's different forms of baking. There's some pretty intense baking. I don't do that. I do a light baking. As you can see, it's already covered that area pretty much. So my problem areas I find are around my eyes. So I'm just going to do this in my darker areas because I want to lighten that up and I want to get a fuller coverage. So I just do this until I'm content with what I've got going on right here, and I think that that's about, and you just tap and dab. You can do it in your creases to kind of give more of a finished look, so it'll kind of fill in those creases. But I really just do this right around the eye area. You can do baking on, some people do baking on their whole face. I don't like that myself personally, but that's not that it's wrong for anybody. It's just not what I like. So I just use it for my problem areas. As you notice, I have kind of a darker area right here. I'll bake right there also. Okay. So then after we're done with the baking, I move on to, it's a matte veil, which is actually for finishing, but I don't use it for that. I use it for, and it's a really light color. It's almost like a really light white. I don't even know if you can see that, kind of, but you'll be able to see it here in just a second. So what I use this for is I take a brush and I do my highlighting areas. So back where I just baked, I'm going to highlight this area. I'm going to lighten that up. I'm just going to brush that on. You can see how it's kind of got like a white matte look to it. I'm going to do that in all of my problem areas also. So I'm going to go just around the eyes. And I kind of look like almost like a raccoon, you know, with the white right around my eyes. You're not going to see that, so don't be afraid to leave that there. It's not going to hurt anything. You can go across your eyelids if you want. I do it in this T area right there. I also do it along my nose. And then I do it in these darker areas right here also. Any creases, kind of just blend that a little bit better so I don't have so much white. And as you can see, I look funny right now. It's not going to stay like that. That's all I use that for. A lot of people use this matte veil as a finishing powder over the top of all of their makeup. I find that it's too light for me like that, and I don't like the look of it. It's not that it's wrong, it's just not right for me. Next up, we're going to do our foundation. I use, my favorite foundation for myself is a warm number 2. The one that I used baking for was a warm 2 and a cool 3, a mix of. I found that it wasn't good enough for what I wanted it for, but it works well for baking. So then we're going to use our foundation like this. And what I do is you want your misting spray. Your misting spray is key to picking up your minerals, your mineral makeup, and applying it and for it to stay on better. So what I do, because I don't feel like I'm misting the brush very well, I mist my hand really well. Okay. And then on my hand, you can see it's wet. I use my brush and I just pick it up with my brush. And that way my brush is set and ready to go. Then what happens when you pick up your mineral makeup, it picks it up really well. And then you tap off the excess, okay? And then I start in these areas right here in my eye area. That's where I prefer. There is no right or wrong way to do this. It's just all what's comfortable for you. I find that this works really well for me because I want the most coverage around my eyes. That's where I feel like my problem areas are. So then you just continue to pick up your foundation powder, and we are just going to swirl on. Make sure you blend it at the ears and at the neckline because you don't want any lines. And I'm going to do this kind of quick so I don't keep you guys on here forever, because I have a feeling this is going to be kind of a long video. And for those that really want to see it, that's great. They don't mind watching it. But for those that don't really want to, I wish I had a fast forward so you could see just like the highlights. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I'm not that tech savvy. So that's what I do for my foundation. If you want more coverage, this makeup is buildable. So you would just spray your brush again, just sprinkle some more powders, pick them up with your brush, and go on another layer. I don't feel like I need it today. Some days I do. So next I'm going to use, this is actually dark 1. This is a foundation and it's way too dark for me. So what I use it for is contouring, kind of like a, not a blush, but a contour. So very little, it takes very little. I use my angled brush and I go like this. So I'm just going to go right here along this area. And then I'm going to do the same right here. And if you notice, that gives me a little bit of a cheekbone because my face is kind of round. So that works really well for that. Next up, we are going to use the bronzer, which is Crowned All Over. I love this stuff. It's so fun. The color is super fun. It's like a brown kind of, but it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. You're going to see that in just a second. So I use just a little bit right here on the apples of my cheeks. And you can see that I've got contouring going on now. You're starting to see like this level here and then like more of a cheekbone. I also use it down here in this area. I really like it to kind of shimmer and shine on the tip of my nose and on the top of my nose. It makes me feel like I've been sun-kissed and like I've gotten a little bit of color out in the sun, because let's face it, I'm a pretty white girl. So, pretty white girl. I'm pretty white of a girl. Anyways, then you're going to use it right here right on your forehead. And a lot of people like to do it in so if you do a 3 and an E, so you're going to do it in this area right here. I don't always do that, but you can. And like I said, with makeup, it's just have fun with it. You can use it any way you want. It's how you feel pretty is the importance of how you're using your makeup. So if how I'm doing it doesn't work for you, do it your way, because I want you to feel beautiful in how you use your makeup. The great thing about Savvy Minerals is that it's 100% toxin free. It's actually good for your skin because of the ingredients that are in it. There's no other makeup on the market that I've found like it out there. I absolutely adore this makeup. I love, love, love it. As you know, I quit makeup for about 4 years while I was going toxin free. So next up we're gonna do this is, oh goodness, see if I can read this, Best Kept Secret. Sorry, this is a great base color. You want to use this over the whole eyelid. I also, again, if I feel like this area is a little dark, I can still go over that area with it too. But as you can see, it's a very neutral color. Anybody can wear this. Any color skin tone can wear this, and it just gives you a more finished look. You can see how you cannot see my veins as much in my eyes up there. It gives a really nice hey Julia, hi Linda. So, and then I'm going to use it again right here in this little dark of an area that I still feel like it's gone. Poof. I love this stuff. It's pretty amazing. So you're going to go across your whole eyelid. And then in any problem areas, you could even mix this with a moisturizer and make a concealer with it, which is really nice. I don't like that area, so I'm going to go a little bit more right there. This stuff's amazing. It's almost like magic powder or something. Anyways, so next up we are going to do a highlight color on just under our brow. So we're going to use Wanderlust. Wanderlust is a very shimmery white. You don't need a lot of it, but what I do like to do is highlight those eyes. So we are going to go just under the brow. And you see how it kind of almost lifts that brow up and kind of gives it a longer look for me. I like that. It's almost like an eye lift, but without the surgery. It's wonderful. So you're going to do that on both eyes. And then some people really like to go right here in the corner of the eye. It gives just a little bit of a highlight. You can go a little bit more dramatic if you want. which actually I like today. I'm feeling a little dramatic today. Boom, you see that? Isn't that nice? And you can always go more up here if you feel like you need more. I just always go just right under the brow. My sweet friend Maria taught me how to do this, and I do it very different than she does, I'm sure, but I love it. Neat little trick. So, and there is that. All right. So now we're going to move on to our shadow colors. So let's go on to, next up, we're going to move to our palette. So Young Living has some great, lots of powder colors. There's so many different colors that you can have. My favorite right now is absolutely the palette. I love this palette. I'm loving everything about it. Oh, I forgot to mention, before I even start, I take my mascara, my Savvy Minerals mascara, and I put it under my leg so that it's in between my leg and the chair so that it's getting warmed up so that when it's time for me to put my mascara on, it will be ready. And I also curled my eyelashes, so just as an FYI. So these colors are super fun. I absolutely love these colors. So amazingly pretty, fun to work with. They're buildable with any of the eyeshadows, or you can use wet or dry. If you use them wet, it's going to give you a longer lasting wear, but it's going to give you a dynamic look to it too. So let's see. I think I'm just going to go... I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to use this pinkish kind of color, and I'm going to use that as my lid color for right now. And we'll see how this plays out, how I like it later. We can always change it up and add more to, or fix it if I don't like it. So that's a great thing about really any makeup, but this one especially I find is really versatile and easy to use. It's great to, if you mess up, you can easily fix it. So it's just a little bit of color right there. And then we're gonna take our crease brush, and I think that I want to use the brown, this one right here. I've been loving this one, but I'm gonna use the brown today, and we're gonna see how it is, because I don't know that I've used this. And what I do is I just tap it in there. It doesn't take a whole lot, and then I'm gonna go right here, right above, and it may not even be dark enough. I might have to go more dramatic, but as you can see, this makeup, so if you want just a natural light kind of everyday wear, this is the way to do it. If you want a more dramatic, I would wet your brush again with the misting spray. You don't want it real wet, just moist, and then we're gonna go right along here. But with this makeup, if it's not dark enough for you, it's really cool because you can, each layer you put on, it's building, so it's getting darker. Do you see that? So if I even want to go darker than that, I can, but I don't feel like I need to. I like the look of that. It's very soft, and with this colors that I have on, I think that's going to be a perfect fit for today. So again, we're going to do this eye, and I just go right above. I don't have a lot of makeup technique. I'm still waiting to meet up with my girlfriend Jenna, who's going to show me some things, but this is how I know to put on makeup, and thank goodness there's not a right or wrong way, because otherwise I'd be SOL. So anyways, so I'm just gonna build this until I feel like I like it. It's the color that I like. I'm gonna go a little bit more, and then it's pretty soft, but it's still enough of a color because I'm so used to, when you go 4 years without wearing makeup and then all of a sudden you start wearing makeup again, when you have too much makeup on, or you feel like there's too much makeup, you feel, I feel almost, I guess, cheap or made up, and I don't like that feeling. So until I learn to get on a heavier, darker look, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we did that. Next up, we are going to use, so this fun little pen brush it's two-ended. So I use this one just specifically for the crease. And I think with the colors that I have on, I think we would be safe to either wet it and go the same brown and go darker, or we could even go this really dark color right here in the corner, which is what I'm going to use. And I just roll my brush in it, and then I just go right here along the crease like this. And that gives just a little bit more definition. I messed up right there, and you're going to see how I'm going to fix it in just a second. It's really cool how easily you can fix this makeup. So I'm going to go this area, this crease here. And then we're going to carry it out just a little bit. Okay. Alright, so I like the way that that looks. Next up, I'm going to put this away, and then I'm going to use, this is out of the holiday collection. I don't know that you can get this one. You can't get this one. It's cashmere. You can't get it unless you buy the holiday collection, which is kind of a bummer. I hope that they're going to work on that. So you can either use that Best Kept Secret again, or you can use this one. I like this one because it's got just a little bit of a shimmer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to fix this area right here. I'm going to go over those areas that I feel like I just messed up on. You see that? It blends it so perfectly that you can't even tell I messed up. So a little bit right here. We're going to go right at the corner, and then we're going to blend this area where I feel like it's too dark. See that? Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Super easy to do. All right, so next up, we are going to go to, so I like to use, oh, we do have liner. It is a powder liner. I haven't been using it a whole lot lately, just because I'm being lazy. So if I want that more dramatic look, we have Jet Setter. That's an eyeliner. You can also use the Multitasker, which is, so the Jet Setter is black, dark black. The Multitasker is kind of a reddish color. You can use the Jet Setter for brows, but you can also use it for liner. I'm going to skip all that today because that's not how I'm feeling today. So a great thing about makeup is how you feel. This is the Diamond Veil. This is the glittery, the diamond dust. I love this stuff. It doesn't take much. And then what I do is I use this end of my brush. This is actually a finishing powder, but I like to use it right on my eyelid to give a white kind of shimmery. Do you see the difference there? I love that look. I don't know what it is, but I love that look. So we're going to go right there. Right there. And I like how the line looks in the crease there, and I don't like how it looks there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my palette, and I'm going to fix that. We're going to use that dark color again. We're just going to roll that brush in there. And we're just going to go gently. Give it a little. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now that that is fixed, we're going to use the rest of... We're going to use our big brushes. Our brushes are really key to putting on the makeup also. Absolutely love them. They're perfect for each individual task. And so then I just pick up a little bit, and I'm going to go right here to highlight the areas that I want to highlight. I also want to highlight this area right here. And sometimes I want to highlight this, and then I just kind of brush on the rest. And then what I do is I take the rest of it, which is very little, and I just dust it on here. Alright, so next up we are going to do mascara. So basically what we got left now is lips and mascara. Well, let me grab the lips. I love this color. I cannot tell you what, it's Uptown Girl, that's what it is. I have chapstick on, so I'm wiping a little bit of that off, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of Uptown Girl. I love this lipstick. I love the consistency. I love how it feels on my lips. This is the tangerine infused, as to where this other new one that I want to show you, if I can find it, is the cinnamon bark infused, and it's more of a matte. I'm not so keen on the texture of it. I haven't quite got used to it. So And we do have lip glosses. Absolutely adore the lip glosses. Love, love, love the lip glosses. So, all right, so mascara. Let's get to this. So as you can see, my face is super, it's like highlighted. It has glow and everything right in the areas that I like. It might be different for you. You may not like to have your eyes like really shiny right here, or you may not like to have this glow or your nose shiny. I like that. That's what I like. I feel pretty like that, and that's what what matters when you're using makeup. So now that your mascara is warm, you're going to take off the excess and tip right there. And I'm not going to do both eyes. I'm just going to do one eye so I can show you the difference and let you guys go, because I know this has been kind of a long video. And so for like Nina, one of my friends who recently asked, how do you do your makeup? This is for you, girl. There's been a couple other requests. But, and I had been wanting to do another one, and I think I have this on, I think I have one of these on my YouTube channel also. So, now, some people feel like older women shouldn't have their eyelashes done on the bottom. I think it just depends on you and your mood, again. And I'm just going to lightly touch them with just a little bit because I don't want a lot on them. So just enough to kind of, do you see the difference? There's this eye with no, and then there's this eye with. So, and again, however many coats you decide to put on, it's buildable. So if you want longer lashes even, that diamond dust, you can wait, you can brush that on your lashes after your first coat, and then put another coat of mascara, and it's actually building those. So it'd be something similar to like the fiber lashes, but without all those fibers by your eyes. So that is it for the day. I just wanted to show you how simple it is to use the makeup. It feels good. It feels good knowing that what you're putting on your skin is not going to harm you. If you research the ingredients in the standard makeup, you are going to be blown. Your mind will be blown. You will be shocked as to what is in your makeup. Trust me on this. Go to ewg.org and put in some of the ingredients that are in your makeup, and trust me on this. You are going to be shocked at what is in your makeup, because there are no regulatory safety people that are regulating our makeups, that are testing things in our makeups. It's up to us to find out what is safe to put on our skins, on our daughter's skins, on our granddaughter's skins. You guys, this is serious. So this is my video for the day. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sticking with me, and God bless. I gotta go finish my other eye. Bye.